There's so much advice out there on social media land giving you advice about how to fly a drone and some aspects about what to do in order to get the best out of your drone. But there's one piece of advice I came across, and this was on Instagram a couple of months ago, and I commented on this video to say that it was bad advice. And I got a lot of support from people saying that I was right, and then some people saying that I was actually wrong. But and we're going to talk about this advice. It basically involves your drone and gaffer tape. Hi everyone, Stephen from the Flyby guys, and yes, we're talking about drones and gaffer tape and basically covering your holes on your drone, that is. So this piece of advice, I'll leave the video in the description below for you to look at. It's an Instagram link, so, and you can find my comment in there in which I'm giving my own opinion about this, and you'll see the amounts of replies and support that I got from that as well. So basically what the person is saying is that they are flying in winter conditions and also rain conditions as well, and how they get by that is by actually getting some tape and covering up the ventilation holes on those drones. And this is a good way for them to not have the drone get cold. Now, I think that this is a very bad idea because your drone has got ventilation ports, okay? So, for example, this is the Mini 3 Pro. You have ventilation ports at the back here, and you also have ventilation ports, which is actually behind the gimbal here as well. They are really important because air has to go through and it has to keep cool as much as possible. Now, some of you will know that, I mean, especially the Mavic 3 Pro, it does tend to overheat. But even in winter time, you don't want to block those ports because if the heat doesn't get, if the heat doesn't escape, now even when it's cold conditions, this is still getting hot. So if that heat is not escaping, it will overheat and it will have an effect on the components inside the drone. It's very important to not cover those ports up, no matter what the conditions are. And this person is saying that he is actually flying in rainy conditions, and how he gets around that is that he actually flies backwards. Now, I still don't recommend that. That's still not a good thing because you still need to fly forward at some point, and you can get some moisture into the lens, and that's never a good thing, and also the components as well. Now, it's entirely up to you. I would never say to you, do not do something, because it's your own will. It's your drone. You can do. We can only give you advice, and I would say that don't do that because it's not the best. And of course, if something does happen to it, you've only have yourself to blame. But certainly when it comes to flying in cold conditions, be very careful. Duct tape, as they call it, or gaffer tape, or sometimes, as we call it here in Finland, Jesus tape, and I don't know why we call it that, or actually I think I do. But do not cover your holes with gaffer tape. I know that sounds controversial, but please don't cover your holes with gaffer tape. Don't cover your drone holes with gaffer tape because it will have an effect on the drone. And we'll see you on the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, please. I'm sorry, I'm talking about this, I shouldn't. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Fly safe.